Yeah, hi everyone. So this video is a way to help people that I'm working with or other people that are interested in this anger repression work. Um, so this is some example of self-facilitation protocol using KI, killer inquiries, like a simple KI, like level 1, as well as using the level 2 with the repression commands, trauma commands, the rapid fire. So yeah, so this is basically, this is how I would work with myself by myself. If with anger repression, I'm focusing this video on anger repression. Um, Also, it's good to know that, in this bucket of anger, this is a big bucket and has a lot of range from, let's say, irritation, frustration, impatience, outrage, hatred, murderous rage, uh, injustice. So just for the purpose of simplicity, we can, all of them are a range of anger. Yeah. So I'll just use the word anger in which we pick up all the other things: frustrated, irritated, impatient. Uh, yeah. Um, all right. So another point about this, some warning. So it's the idea is not that now after we do some of these inquiries, now we are going to. So there might be the misunderstanding that I do a few of these inquiries or a few sessions, and then suddenly I'm going to feel now a lot of anger and rage, and this being my subconscious agenda to kind of stir anger and rage, and then that would be a win. That may happen, but most likely is that when we do these inquiries, what will come up will be a lot of many reasons why it's not okay to feel this, why it's all kind of reasons why I have to hold it back, why I have to be quiet, why I have to not be a problem, not bother people. So the win actually is not to suddenly have some eruption of anger. The win is to witness the repression barrier. So witness from awareness all the repression, saying no, 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 don't do it. I have to hide. I have to keep it down. Be quiet. Don't be a problem. So witnessing these things. So it may feel like boring, or may feel like discouraging that I keep doing this inquiry many times and the same thing comes over and over. No, you can't do it. Be careful. Don't do it. Um, Hold it back. Be calm. Control it. So the actual win is to observe these things. And the idea is that by simply witnessing the many reasons the subconscious produces why it's not okay to feel and share our feeling, that actually erodes the repression barrier. And then we may find ourselves in everyday life, and sometimes when we couldn't speak, now we can speak. So don't necessarily go for, yeah, I want to really just unlock this anger and now I'm going to blow. So that's not how it works. Also, the idea is that once this anger becomes more accessible, the idea is not now to blow on people and kind of rage on people and all of that, although this may happen. And coming from a lifetime of being repressed, that may be good, maybe a win, and maybe a little clumsy phase when like I'm erupting like this. But more likely, in my case, was that, and I've seen a lot of people. So what now is online is the ability to say no, or to speak up, or to say, hey, I don't like that. Hey, can you please stop that? Um, hey, you're in my space, get away from me. Or I need some space, I can't do this, asking, so putting boundaries, asking for what I need, saying no. These will be the fruits of accessing this anger, because actually one of the functions of anger on our dashboard, if our our mind and all of this navigating life is like a dashboard of airplane, anger, when it's online, it's an indicator. Healthy anger, it's an indicator that boundaries may be crossed. There's interference, something messing with me, or there's a need of a clear no, or speaking up. Yeah. All right. So let's try. So I will start first with some KI, using more like first level, and then I will go into second level of repression commands, witnessing with rapid fire. So this is some ways that you can take some notes here, and you can. This is to support people that are working with this actively. And if you are actively working with repression, it's not enough just to work with someone once a week with a facilitator. I mean, you need to work with a facilitator, but it's good to do your own homework on your own. So that's how I would do it. All right, I'll just do it a little faster here, so just you get a hang of it. So just dropping in. Also, just for if you want to take notes, this is some basic inquiries, so you have them written. You don't have to invent them in a moment. One would be like, I can feel anger. It's perfectly okay to feel anger. I can feel and share my anger with them or with him or with her. I don't have to hold back my anger. I can speak up. I can question them. I can speak up. I can put boundary. It's perfectly okay to put boundaries. I don't have to be quiet. All right, so these are some basic inquiries, reverse inquiries, and let's just go with it. So taking some time to drop in, whatever works. Watching the breath. Or simply being aware of the space, sensing the sense of presence, feeling the inner body. Now, if some of us who are doing this kind of anger repression workshop, some of us, we have corresponding contractions and tensions, maybe in the jaw or in the heart or in the back of the head. So if you have something like that, I suggest you bring your awareness there. So doing these inquiries with the awareness there. So if I have in the jaw, kind of bring the awareness into the jaw. And I would start with some just simple resistance inquiry, like, it's okay. I don't need to get rid of these sensations now. Although this anger repression stuff is going to very likely diminish or dissolve this gradually, if we start with a strong agenda to get rid of them, that actually brings more resistance. So it's good to start with this resistance. I don't need to get rid of this contraction right now. There might be some objections. We witness all of that. And then coming back into the jaw, as if like really hovering with the awareness there, entering in that world. And then bringing up a panorama of people in our life, like mommy and daddy, or ex-husband or anybody, and having them there, people that in our life that it's difficult to be real with anger and put boundaries and stuff like that. So I will just bring them up, the father, the stepfather, the brother, ex-husband, whoever it is, people, and looking at them, bring them up as a panorama, and having the attention into the jaw or where's the area of contraction. I would say this: I can feel anger. It's allowed, it's totally okay to feel and experience anger. Or I can feel and share my anger with them directly. And then, there's any no, just witness the no. And usually there's more behind that. So see what it says. No, that they will be upset with me. They will reject me. I will lose connection. Whatever, just witnessing these thoughts. And allowing the energy. Another way would be like, I don't have to hold back my anger. I don't have to hold back my anger with them. No, I have to hold back. I have to hold back. Witnessing these thoughts. And the energy. So this is more like simple KI. And so here I would also do some utility on it. Like, what do I get out of holding back my anger? I get to keep connection with them, not lose connection, slowing it down, witnessing. Or what do I get out of not putting boundaries or not speaking up? Seeing what comes. I'm being good, getting approval, whatever. This is like an entry level, beginning level. Now, if you are working already with, you already know some of the repression commands, then I suggest we go there. Actually, if you are working with me or you're working with someone and you already have the repression command, you have it, like, be quiet, hold back, don't say, don't feel, be normal, be nice, shut up. So if you already know some of this command, I suggest you go to this next level, especially if you do repression work with someone. That will be very good to have a few sessions of self processing in between sessions, especially if there is intense kind of pain or contraction. So that's how I would do it. And according to Scott, that's like a very efficient method to the idea. Basically, these commands are playing in the background, and so we are trying to play them in the foreground. So we play them consciously. So we are witnessing them. And the idea is to also not do them in emptiness in the head. So bring awareness into the jaw or in the back there, bring awareness there. And actually, the new development is that to use the metaphysical hands. So let's say if I have strong contraction in the occipital area or in the jaw, I kind of bring as if there are some imaginary tactile hands or some metaphysical, magical hands, kind of almost holding that area. You can hold the hands, or you can imagine some hands holding that area. The idea of the hands is that it kind of keeps it more like a frame. And also these hands are like welcoming and allowing and lovingly accepting that somehow. So anyway, some of us, let's say we don't like this metaphysical hand, but give it a shot. I used not to like it, but then I could see the benefit of it. So having this metaphysical hands or loving hands, being with that energy in the jaw, feeling there, and then also having some of the people with whom it's hard to be real, to show anchor and all of that, having them there. I would now fire like several reverse inquiries or rapid fire inquiry to bring up the energy. Yeah. So something like, it's perfectly okay to share anger. I can speak up completely. I can be real. I can call them on their shit. I can totally show up fully real with them. I can speak up. I can be angry with them. So firing some of these things, a bunch of them, and then this will stir the repression in the jaw, the energy which is already there, and or somewhere else it will come up. So firing this rapid fire, and then basically having the hands there, and then as the energy is fighting back, then we fire the command in it. We fire the command in it. So it will be kind of like that. So I can picture the people have the metaphysical hands, and I say this, I can totally speak up to them. I can be real with them. I can share anger with them directly. I can absolutely speak up. I can put boundaries. I can be angry with them anytime. And then right away, feeling the energy and holding the metaphysical hands, and right away firing into the energy, the commands, like be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, or whatever you have, the one that you have, hold back, hold back, hold back. And you repeat this a bunch of times, many times, and try to hear the voice, and really having the hands too, the metaphysical hands around that area, moving with that area. But so the command is like almost like you're shooting into that area. So now it's all conscious. Yeah, so that's what's recommended now to play with. Revving up. It's totally okay to share anger. I can fully tell them what bothers me. I can put boundaries. The energy comes up, shooting the command in it, and really witnessing and doing it a bunch of times, 15, 20 times or so, like that. Hold back, or shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And with the awareness, witnessing the words and the energy, yeah, until it gets either a little boring, a little flat, or the energy discharges, or the energy kind of goes flat. Taking a moment to just be aware, and then we can rev it up again, like bring them up again, or somebody else. Like I can totally tell them what's up. I don't have to hold back. I can be fully real. I can shout at them. I can express myself. I can put boundaries, revving up a little bit more. And again, having the hands there. Where's the area? Metaphysical hands. And the energy comes up, and right away, shoot the command and say it. Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, or Don't be a problem. 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 So, these words are being said. That's the command. And at the same time, you're witnessing it. You're hearing the words, like hearing the voice. Awareness is hearing the voice and allowing any energy. If during this process, there's some energy comes up, like anger or fear or anything, there's an actual feeling coming up, that's great. Then if it comes like a feeling as opposed to a contraction, then you can do this. I want to feel this fully now. I can feel this now fully. It's safe. Feel this. Or thank you for coming. I love you. Can stay as long as you need. Yeah, so I would recommend doing this, and especially if you guys have strong kind of unpleasant contraction, don't wait just once a week to work with someone. I would do some of it on myself, and then when you finish, you can do a few cycles of this, and then you can just let the energy settle. And then I would suggest when you finish to kind of stop focusing on the jaw, open the attention. Notice the space in which the jaw sensation arises. Offer those sensations to the space. Just resting as this presence which hears and senses. Yeah, so this would be like, so the first part is like more like you try to identify a little bit what's the utility, what is this, what is that. But once you get it and once you have the repression commands there, I would just go straight for the commands while having the attention in the area and repeating it, and also having the metaphysical hands. Now, a tricky part is that we are doing this kind of work. So what will happen is that they will bring more to forefront this contraction, or will become, because now we are more conscious of this stuff and consciousness is more perceptive, you are going to, it seems like it's even more or stronger. And so you're seeing this on a microscope. So what happens is that we are doing this work, but then we go out in life and then we maintain the same pattern of holding back. So somebody says something, I don't say anything. So I keep going in the same pattern, which is normal because that's the operating pattern. Well, what would happen is that you have more contraction and all of that. So it's important once you do this kind of work to catch yourself in everyday life, to catch yourself and to do the best you can to not do that. One supporting way is that you go about your life, let's say, and then you feel a little trigger or feel a little something. Just notice what you're feeling. Bring awareness in the inner body and just notice, like, I'm angry now. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. And then you can do the vulnerability inquiry to reverse it, just to bring it more clear. Like, I'm not frustrated now. No, I am frustrated. I am frustrated. And let it be here. Let it be okay. It's okay to feel this now. So the idea is that during the day, not just during the inquiry, when you go about life, be in touch with your emotional body and bring awareness to any slight trigger. And then even putting the word on it, I'm angry now, I'm pissed. That's very good, you'll make it conscious. Because what happens for many of us who are having this strong anger repression is that we all these are happening, but there's so much habit of, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. Even silently, it's put back in the box. But still, there is a slight, small trigger. So try to be sensitive and to, not speak from both sides of the mouth. Basically, now we are doing inquiry on it, and then go back to usual life, and I'm oblivious to what's happening. So be aware of this. And you know, it's normal. It may get a little worse before it gets better. And feel free to reach to me or to whoever you're working with. All right, may this help you. Ciao, ciao.